Greetings one and all, do as thou wilt shall be the whole of the law. Welcome back to the Abbey of Thelema. It's just a little over 12 months since we first paid a visit here. I'm currently stood in what is Chamber of Nightmares. You can see over my shoulder there. I'm going to take you for another walk through just like I did last year. You can see what differences there is, what new graffiti there is, more destruction. It's in a lot worse state than it was 12 months ago, let's put it that way. I'll take you for a walk around, and then I'm going to read you a bit of poetry as penned by Mr. Crowley. So, seeing as I'm stood in the Chamber of Nightmares, this is where we might as well start off, I guess. You may recall that from last year. Looks like it's not a pentagram, is it? It's more like Star of David. The window that so many people have climbed through, including the world famous Linda Blair from The Exorcist. The actual window frame looks to be a lot more battered. In particular, up on the top there. I'm sure you'll all remember photos of that if you've been onto Islands and Islands Paranormal Facebook page. Again, that's unchanged from last year, although as you can see, other people have decided to add the signature to it through this door, and facing that door, that was what was the central temple. You'll get a better view of that when I come round up at the other side. Again, that's been defaced literally. That was totally intact last year. Traces of blue across the bottom, some of the yellow is original paint that Crowley would have used back in his day when he was here. Into the back bedroom, one off. And again, a world famous group. Grimlight Collective, don't know if you can quite make that out because it said shadow, but there you go. It was here earlier on this year. Again, nothing much changed as regards the artwork back here. More debris on the floor, a lot more debris on the floor from up there where the roof and ceiling was, and coming through into what was the central temple. Again, artwork untouched there. It looks like greenery, nature is actually starting to reclaim big time. Again, I don't recall that being that bad 12 months ago. What would have been the kitchen? Again, I ain't going to go wading through there. It's too much like greenery. through towards the back of the house, or should I say the temple. And we're going to take you in a room just now that last year we missed because it's hidden away down in this corner and I never came down. However, on my collected video, if you've seen it, you would have seen this room. Gecko! Gecko! See the gecko? Yeah. These wee face. Indeed. We tail. But yeah, as I was saying, I didn't visit this room last year. You can see roof, ceiling, gone. And that's the outlet that's in here. Stairway to heaven. With what looks somewhat, in my mind, a phallic bomb. Guess Lefofsky. He's exiting the room. Where is it? There he is. He's going. You probably can't see him now in among that lot. But there you are. Come back through. There's a wee room there, not much in that to be fair. And obviously due to the light, the ceiling's come down. Toilet, what was? And to the rear exit. So as mentioned in my intro, I said I was going to read a bit of poetry. Obviously it's been penned by Mr. Crowley, as aforementioned, and it's from a wee pamphlet called Songs for Italy. It consists of 17 pages and its original price was of £1. I'd like to read you this, which follows as Resurgam et Libertas. Let me arise, and freedom lurk, withdraw upon them. I invoke the Lord of Speech. Cast on this windswept spit of sand to bleach. A starfish husk, I am the star that saw August and arcane truth, embattled awe whose might anointed me and armed. To teach this one word, this none other word to preach, do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law. Among the ruins of Carthage, fugitive, I, the first English poet ever thrust from Italy, whose tyrant boasts that he will pass, he stumbles in his drunken lust. Over the rotten corpse of liberty, laugh in exile, shall liberty not live? The council of mice, they trembled at a terror not exercised at the polls. The eyes of freedom glow like fiery coals. Let us affix a bell about her neck to warn us that her presence threatens our immortal souls. That were our cue to scuttle to our holes. The old is sneered, but who will bell the cat? Squeaked Mussolini. Look beneath my hat, so well I ratted. Crown me super rat. My fears of freedom in the faintest spark of light I hear proclaim intelligence. If any sort of capital offence, come let us rob the larder in the dark. Alas, the best laid plans of mice and men, gang out ugly. Mouse nibbled through the net, a elder lion meshed, but no mouse yet proved able, by duress or by device, to leash his limbs. Not thou will all thy lies, O mouse, canst force the country to forget the Gracchi, Bruno and Mazzini. Let the sons of freedom pay once more her price. For freedom's eyes can pierce the gloomiest cave, and freedom's claws fasten the trickiest knave. Arise, remember, Tarquin. Forward firm in the faith of our fathers lived by and died for. Up, farmer freeman, near the barley door, all these black-shirted and black-hearted vermin. So that's just a couple of short extracts from said title. You can find it as a PDF if you go onto Google, and I'll let you read the rest of the poetry for yourselves. Thanks for listening, thanks for having a wander around with me, and love is the law, love under will. Thank you, goodbye.